Salute, salute. What's happening, brothers? What's happening? I hope you're doing well. Let's listen to how she threw her relationship away. The caption is how my very healthy relationship ended. This happens very often. Let's go.
So this is how my relationship ended, okay? I am very big on boundaries. Y'all should know that I'm a life coach, been doing so for close to a decade. This is what I preach to my clients every single.
First of all, if you ever hear life coach, run. Run. Their lives be their lives be more chaotic than the people they're trying to coach. A life coach, and also if you hear life coach, just know that just means bum. That's all. Bum.
Single day about one facet of their life or another. And a big thing I tell people is that when you meet someone who you like, it is important to tell them your personality type boundaries. So let me explain what that means. I do not ever advise to express boundaries of like time limits. For example, if you're not going to go beyond 3 months without commitment, or if you're not going to go beyond a year without being engaged, so on and so forth. No, those you keep close to the vest. I'm talking about things that pertain to who you are as a person. So for me, my biggest pet peeve in life is to be ignored. And I express this to anyone who I see that I'm going to have interest in, who I see longevity with, right? That's because I want them to not ignore me. I am trying to give them the alley-oop. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to make sure that they know what they should not do. Because if it's done, I'm going to leave. So I told him flat out, like when I saw that we were going to like move towards a relationship, hey, I understand that we're not going to always see eye to eye. And maybe sometimes I'll do something you don't like. You're going to do something I don't like. But if ever that happens and I reach out to you, and if you don't feel like talking, baby, this time you don't feel like talking, and I will leave you alone. I promise you, I put this on everything I love in the world until you are ready. But do not ignore me, okay? So homie said he would never do that. He don't like being ignored himself.
First of all, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Why would, and this is them bringing drama from their last relationship into a new relationship. If you're starting to move towards a relationship, that means the relationship, it's new. The first thing you shouldn't have to talk about is problems. If we have problems in the future, how you start a relationship off like that? Hey, if we're going through stuff, I want you, no. Why don't you talk about other things? Why aren't you talking about being happy together? Doing something that both make you happy. The first thing you went to going towards a relationship is things that might get hectic in the future. Yeah, it's a red flag. That's a red flag right there. Run.
He's going to communicate to me if he needs some time. I said, cool, I'm going to do the same thing for you. We moved on, okay? Everything was Gucci. No need to talk about this any further. Let's fast forward. He and I get into it over something that's like, I guess you can say is petty. And I saw emotions were getting high and we weren't understanding each other's point. Like, it wasn't being expressed to the way where he can get what I'm saying and I can get what he's saying. So I said, listen, baby, listen. Let's table this for the night because the emotions are too high. It's not a conducive.
Now, you know she's lying. This is the reason why nobody believes them. We know she wasn't talking like that to him. We know this. We know she just said it was emotions in it. So why don't you act out those same emotions, since you say you're a life coach, act out those same emotions when you was talking to him. Act out the disrespect. Act out the disrespect. You were yelling at him. And on top of that, you were beefing with him over something petty. And usually when it's something petty, it's because they started it. They started it. And if it is something petty, right? Why are you willing to lose your man over something petty? If you realize it's petty, why don't you just drop it? Why don't you just keep it moving? No, you gotta have, it usually ends because she has to have the last word. That's why it usually goes south, left, whatever you want to call it.
Conducive conversation, right? Let's table it for tonight. Tomorrow, I'll be happy to revisit it because we'll be more calm so that we can really have a
Come on,
conversation.
y'all believe she was talking like this to him?
And so we can resolve this. He said, you know what, you're right. I understand that. Let's table it. We literally hugged, kissed, everything, and, we parted ways. He went home, so on and so forth, right? Fast forward to the next day. I don't hear from him, which is abnormal because typically he's going to reach out to me, like, on his way to work. So I reached out to him, of course, because this is my man. Like, of course I'm going to reach out. He doesn't respond. So I'm like, all right, hours pass, he doesn't respond. Now, see, for me, if I reach out to you and I don't hear from you, I'm not thinking you cheating or you doing something foul. I'm thinking something happened to you. You are dead in the ditch somewhere, right? So now I'm worrying. So I'm calling, not answering the phone. So I'm like, okay, bet. We did not exchange social media.
No. He usually call her, right? She don't usually call him. He usually call her. The problem is, she's like, why isn't he sweating me anymore? Why isn't he on me anymore? That's her problem. Now she's wondering how come he's not calling her because he usually calls her. It's a problem because she's calling him. They're the true narcissists. Let's go.
Social media, like usernames or whatever, because I don't do the whole social media thing when it comes to relationships. I really just think it's like a jinx, to be honest with you. But now I'm just like, okay, let me see if I can find his social media. So I'm searching. I can't find it. So anyway, Eureka, okay, I was able to find his Instagram. This man had posted stories on his Instagram within the time that I was trying to reach out to him. So I said, okay, he's alive. Bet, we're good. That night he calls me and he's just like, I just needed a day to myself to really like gather my thoughts and really, understand what was going on. And I realized it wasn't even that deep. And, I just want to apologize for what happened. I apologize for not hitting you up. I said, it's okay. That's cool. I understand, your emotions, like I said, was getting the best of us and so on and so forth. And, I'm glad that everything is ironed out now. I'm glad that you're okay because I was worried about you. He's like, oh, you was worried about me? That's so sweet. Now you didn't have to worry. I just needed some time. I said, okay, cool. I said, well, take care of yourself. He said, what? What do you mean take care of myself? I said, take care of yourself. Like, move well. I hope you get everything in your life that you want. I hope you accomplish everything in life that you want. Be easy. So he's baffled. He's done. We're on the phone. He's baffled. He's dumbfounded because it's silence. He's like, you breaking up with me? Like, what's going on? I'm like, no, you broke up with you. Right? Because I told you when we first started talking that I don't do the whole ignoring me thing. I don't do that. I was very, very clear that if you ever needed time, just tell me that and I'm going to leave you alone. But you ignoring me all day, that's not going to fly, baby.
So
take care.
He apologized, right? Which he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to apologize. So he apologized to you, called you, let you know that he needed a day to himself to probably process what just happened. Called you to say it wasn't a big deal, and you told him you broke up with yourself. Really? You did him a favor. You did him a favor. This is ego. Is this not ego? Black men, is this not ego? She has a bigger ego than her man. And now you're without a man. Now you're without a man. And it's going to get rough out there. It's going to get rough out there. Spring chicken. It's going to get tough out there. You're going to go out there. You're going to be out there looking and searching and trying to find a guy this guy was the guy. Remember I told you they get chances? That was the guy. You know how you could tell that was the guy? Because he was willing to deal with her BS. He was willing to deal with it. He was willing to deal with her being a narcissist. He was willing to deal with her ego. She's possessive. He was willing to deal with all of that. That's the guy. Even though he was going to lose, even though his life was going to be hectic, that was the only guy for you. And you made a video about this. This is up here forever. This clip is up here forever. So the people who even know you know how ridiculous you are. And they're going to tell their friends. Their friends are going to tell their friends. Now you out there because you wanted some clout. You wanted to show the world how much of a boss you are. This ain't no boss move. And the reason why I'm saying that, because in the comment section, you got nothing but them talking about, yeah, this is a boss move. Yeah, this is standing on business. What business? What business is this? Huh? What business? Only, you know what the men were saying in her comment section? It was only a few of them were saying it. You know what the men were saying? I'm going to read some of the comments to you, right? This is what some of the men were saying in the comment section. One guy said, sounds like he was getting bullied. Nobody happy breaks up over something that small. Was this a small? She said it was petty, right? If this is petty, right? It's small, and you acknowledge that it's small. What's going to happen if it? How would you react over something slightly bigger or something that is not, as small? It's a real issue. How are you going to react? Are you going to go, haywire? What are you going to do? And look, and another dude said, taking your advice is how not taking your advice is how great grandma and grandpa stayed together for 55 years. That's what another dude said. Not taking your advice. This is what the women were saying. He was intentionally trying to punish you. Glad you left. What? And you got all the short butts in there talking about, oh, yeah, that's a great line. You broke up with you. Really? That's great. This is why they at the bottom. This is why they at the bottom. He ignored you because you were beefing with him over something small. And hold on. I want y'all to realize this, right? This is how disturbed they are. This is how disturbed they are. She went on his Instagram. She went on his Instagram and seen that he posted some stories around the same time that she was calling. And that right there instantly got her fired up. Instagram got her fired up. So, the part where she said that she wanted to see if he was still alive. If that was true, right? And she was really worried about him and his well-being, and he called and apologized over something that was small. If she was really worried about his well-being, everything that happened prior would have went right out the door, because she's happy that he's alive and well, right? So how you go from you're happy, you're okay that he's alive and well, to breaking up with him? No, when you find out he's alive and well, you break up with him. So would you felt better if he went to the upper room? Think about it, black men.
Rambled on and on and on about me being irrational and me doing this and me doing that and me blowing out of proportion, yada yada. And I listened. I didn't say anything. And then when he was done, I said, "Take care again," and hang up the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, let me keep it a whole bean with you. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to overlook it. I wanted to forgive him. But I told him I didn't play them games in the very, very beginning. And then he did it anyway. So at this point, if I stay, I am disrespecting myself. At this point, if I stay, I am telling him that when I tell you I don't tolerate something, that actually I do tolerate something. And now I'm giving him the key to play in my face. Like, you see what I'm saying? Boundaries are not easy. Okay? It can be very difficult sometimes, actually. But you have to put you first. And sometimes that ain't fun.
First of all, look at her mannerisms. You could tell she's from the gutter. She's from the gutter. This masculine energy, this gutter, she's from the gutter. There's nothing you're going to get out of this. Why you think brothers is going towards Becky's and Maria's and even going overseas? Who wants to deal with this? Who wants to deal with this? No, stay by yourself. Stay by yourself. You're angry. You're angry, you're not happy, and you're looking for somebody to make you happy. No, it don't work like that. You have to be already happy. Black man, anytime a woman is telling you that she's looking for someone to make her happy, run. That's a red flag. You should be already happy. I should be an add-on to your happiness, and you should be an add-on to mine. I'm already happy. So you should add on to my happiness. But me looking for someone to make me happy will only make the other person also unhappy. Because you're drawing them in to your madness, to your confusion, to your hatred, to your anger. That's a recipe for disaster.
Message.
She's already angry. She's already disturbed. Something as small as that. Are you kidding me? He wasn't, listen here. He wasn't abusive. He wasn't a philanderer. He wasn't gambling. He wasn't an alcoholic. He wasn't addicted to drugs. They had a small disagreement. She admitted it was a small disagreement. And she ended the relationship before it even blossomed, which is a good thing for him. Duke dodged the bullet. This is them, though. This is them. This is them. And I'm going to tell you why she made this video. You want to know why she made this video? Besides, looking for clout chasing. You want to know why she made this video? She made this video because every day she wakes up, right? She's reminded of what she threw away. She's reminded of that. Oh, yeah, she's going to always be reminded of that. Because it only gets tough out there. And she's going to keep getting reminded like, wow, she just really threw away. Every time she wake up lonely in that bed, no help, by yourself, no protection. She's going to think about that moment when she told that guy on the phone that was willing to deal with her madness, it was over. She's done out here. It's finito for her.
Vamos.